Press the bell icon on YouTube and don't miss another update.
Namaskar. Welcome to another episode of Editorial. I've got three topics today. One is an interview that Geeta Gopinath, the chief economist of International Monetary Fund, gave the Economic Times. I will talk to you about the excerpts of that interview. The second topic that I have is about Uddhav Thackeray and the fact that Bollywood is being lured to Noida, Uttar Pradesh by the Uttar Pradesh government and how Uddhav Thackeray wants to stop it. And the third is about this organization called the Rashtriya Kamadhenu Ayog. Rashtriya Kamadhenu Ayog is a government body which says that they are going to come out with cow dung chips which will ensure it will reduce radiation. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's get right into the show. Geeta Gopinath, the chief economist of the International Monetary Fund, like a lot of other reputed economists, said that the labor law and the farm law and all of that will ensure that India will increase its supply. There is no doubt about it. The produce will increase. But she says, only by increasing the produce are we going to solve our problem. Because the only way we can solve our problem is by ensuring that you increase your demand. Supply is fine. Supply increasing doesn't mean that the market is improved. The demand has to be increased. Now, this is not something that only she said. This is almost every economist in India and even international economists, whoever I have spoken about India, has said this, that we have to focus on demand. Jayati Ghosh has said it. Abhijit Banerjee has said it. Why? Even Manmohan Singh has said it. Everybody said that we need to increase demand. What she said is, India is committed to 7% of its GDP as financial package. 7% of its GDP is given as financial package, but most of it are given as credit and guarantees and loans and all of that. Only 2% has been given as direct spending. The point she is trying to make is, unless and until people have been given money, people are not having liquid cash in hand, there will be no demand. And if there is no demand, there is no way that the economy is going to bounce back. Like I said before, everybody has been saying this. In fact, Manmohan Singh said this almost a year back. Another very important factor what she said is that these financial packages has to be extended because most of them have expired. These financial packages has to be extended, and it has to be extended to urban poor and to migrant workers. Because a lot of them are not currently enjoying these financial packages that have been announced. So these were the three very major factors that she said. Now, the most important factor that the government of India should currently do is to ensure that somewhere down the line, they create a mood, they create an environment, and they create a financial condition to ensure people spend. Diwali is nearby. Even now, the government can take steps to ensure people go out there and spend in Diwali. And if it happens, chances are we may have a fairly decent economy to look forward to. Bollywood and Mumbai, it's actually synonymous. A lot of us, I remember as a child when we go out to different, when I go to Cochin, my native home, a lot of people used to ask me, have I ever seen Amitabh Bachchan? Because I come from Mumbai, so that's the way it is. A lot of things have happened in the past 6 months. Bollywood was constantly under attack. After the death of Sushant Singh, Bollywood was alleged of nepotism. Bollywood was alleged of drug peddling, drug usage, underworld connection, so on and so forth. Bollywood was continuously under attack, and the top wigs, the stars of Bollywood as they are called, was constantly under pressure and under media glare, and somewhere down the line tortured by the media, if I may use that word. As you must be aware, 34 producers of Bollywood has sued Times Now and Republic in the Delhi High Court. That hearing will be in process very soon. Now, in the background, something else is also happening. In the background, in Noida, Yogi Adityanath is trying to build another entertainment industry, another Bollywood in Noida. And he is trying to woo Bollywood industry to come and set up shop there. Now that is fair. As far as Yogi Adityanath is concerned, that is fair because he is doing his job, it's his state and he has to do it. So fair. I absolutely agree to him, absolutely appreciate it. But obviously, Uddhav Thackeray has a problem. He says, well, how can you do that? While at one end, you are torturing my people, CBI and that and this, all of them are coming and causing a lot of bad blood in Bollywood in Mumbai. And on the other end, you are building another industry in Noida where you are asking these Bollywood guys to go there. So, Uddhav Thackeray said, nothing doing, Baba. I am not going to allow Bollywood to go, and Bollywood will not go because we are not only a financial capital, we are also cultural capital of India. That is what Uddhav Thackeray said. And somewhere down the line, I don't know, maybe because I'm a Mumbaikar, but I don't think Bollywood can be seen without Mumbai and Mumbai can be seen without Bollywood. So, I don't know how easy it's going to be for Yogi Adityanath or any other chief ministers for that matter of fact to take away Bollywood from Mumbai. Okay, there is this organization called the Rashtriya Kamadhenu Ayog. Rashtriya Kamadhenu Ayog is set up by the government of India to organize animal husbandry on modern and scientific lines and to take steps of preserving, improving breeds and prohibiting the slaughter of cow and calves and other milch and drought cattle. This is why Rashtriya Kamadhenu Ayog was created. Very good. Now, Rashtriya Kamadhenu Ayog is headed by a gentleman called Vallabhbhai Kataria, and he made a claim. He said, if you keep cow dung cakes at home, it will reduce radiation. He said, it is scientifically proven that if you keep cow dung cakes at home, it will reduce radiation. He also went out to say that they have designed a cow dung chip, which if you use that, you will have no radiation. Your radiation will reduce. Your radiation will reduce while you are talking on your mobile phone. Now, this was contested by a lot of scientists. Scientists bola, bhai, ye kaise hua, bhai? How are you saying that? So, 400 scientists from IIT Mumbai, Tata Institute of Fundamental Research and Indian Institute of Science, Education and Research, 400 scientists from all these organizations came together and said, what proof do you have? How can you make such a claim without a proof? What research paper do you have? Where are those research papers? Show us the research paper. Show us the research finding. How can you make a claim like that? You are a Government of India organization, Baba. How can you make a claim like that? In fact, they went on to write, you continued your speech claiming that all your statements are scientifically proven. Where and when were the said scientific experiments done? Who was the principal investigator? Where are the findings published? If it was in a research journal, was it peer reviewed? Can the data and the experiment details be provided? Baba, kahan se bol rahe ho yaar aap? You have any data? Who did this? Who did this experiment? How are you saying it is scientifically proven? In fact, they went on to say that if in case you do not have the valid data to support your claims, then your press conference is equivalent to propagating superstition and pseudoscience, which goes against the Article 51AH of the Constitution that says that it shall be the duty of every citizen of India to develop scientific temper, humanism and the spirit of inquiry and reforms. This was what their letter said broadly. In fact, another very important factor they added in their letter is that further, as Ayog is a public funded body, if these claims were made without scientific backing, can it be construed as misutilization of public money, particularly in the time when every sector of this country is struggling for funding? It's a very interesting development, because you see, we have been hearing all this off and on. I heard that one of the chief ministers of one of the states said that, India had internet even before Mahabharata. Such kind of stories are spread, and such kind of things are remember that MP who sat in that mud and said that, because he is sitting in mud, he will never get corona. Remember that? And he got corona, by the way, after a few days of that interview. Somewhere down the line, I think such statements made by such responsible organizations and people humiliate ourselves and question our scientific temper. And thank God to these 400 scientists who had the gall to question and say, how are you doing it? Why are you doing it, and how come you have such this kind of information? Who gave you these kind of proofs? Who gave you these kind of scientific findings? And listen, you know what? All this drama is happening with our tax money. Here we are talking about trying to pull our economy out of recession, and here you have these people saying that, we are doing experiment to see whether cow dung can be put into chips. Strange. That's all I have to say. Till I see you next time. Namaskar.